Okay, let's get started. So let me share my screen. Let me know once it's visible. So no doubts from yesterday's session, right? Can we proceed further? So hope my screen is visible, right? Okay, let me take it
Yes.
as yes. Fine, thank you. Right. So yesterday we talk about Salesforce Developer Edition at the end of the session, right? So today mm, we'll see how to talk about, how to create, how to sign up with Developer Edition, right? So today we'll sign up with Developer Edition,
Bill.
right? So to sign up with Developer Edition, okay, first we need to go to the website or we need to use the URL called developer.salesforce.com. Okay, so this website is only to create a new developer account. So hope you have a clear picture about the developer account, why we need to create this. So that is what yesterday we had ended with yesterday's session, right? So today we'll create this developer edition. So go to developer.salesforce.com. Okay. So this is the place where you can sign up with developer account. Okay. There are so many things here. Okay. So you really no need to worry about all those things. Here you can see there is a button called sign up. Just select the button. Okay. So here you can fill the name and then email address. Okay. You can fill anything. Okay. For now, time being, I'll just fill some informations. Mm, okay. I'll just fill some informations. You can give any information. Okay. So email ID, you can give any email ID which currently working. Okay. So I'll just give this email ID, right? And role, you can select anything. Whatever you select, you will get the same mark. Okay. So it doesn't matter that what exactly you are selecting. Okay. For now, I'm selecting developer and company name. You can give any company name. Okay. For example, I'll just give my company name as some random letters, okay, and where it is located, and you can choose any one of the postal code, okay. And while selecting the username, right here you can see that should be in the format of email, okay. And here it is mentioned dot sandbox, okay. So forget about that those things, okay, forget about all those things. For example, okay, I'll just give a small clue. If you are working with any companies like Microsoft or Google, okay, or Dell, how your email address will looks like. Suppose say that. I'm working a company with Microsoft, right? Okay, so if I'm working here, okay, so suppose my email ID will looks like, and so this is the example email ID. Okay, this is the example email ID. So similarly, okay, so I'm just choosing some random names here. I'm doing the same thing, money at mtp.com. Okay, so after that, dot, okay, dot, whichever the org name. Okay, so for now, you can just use a sample org name called PROD. Okay, so which stands for production. If you want to give, you can give this one. So I'll just give some detailed information later on. For now, you can use any one email ID. After that, you can append with some word called PROD or production or anything is fine. Okay. So if it is a developer account, DEV. Okay. So that's just for your understanding. Like just by seeing the name, you can understand what exactly is that. So sign me up. So now it will take a little time. Okay. It will take less than a minute, but it will take little time, some seconds to send some email, to send some confirmation email to your email ID. Okay. Meanwhile, so this is all about signing up with developer edition. Okay, now once you sign up with the developer edition, you need to use login.salesforce.com. So this is the URL which we will be using to log in into our s- Salesforce account. Okay, whichever the account you create, either it may be developer edition or it may be a real-time production edition, whatever it may be. Okay, you will be using this URL to log in. Okay, this is the URL which you will be using only one time. Okay, this URL will be using only one time, only for creating developer account, not for the other accounts. Okay, but this URL we used to call as a production URL. Okay, so this URL will help us to log in into the created account. Okay, the account which we have signed up by using this URL, we need to log in. Okay, so let's see how both will works, and we are waiting for the email. Okay, email not yet come. We'll just give couple of seconds, or it will take 5 to 10 seconds. Okay. So let it come. So meanwhile, any doubts with this developer org or any doubts with the production org? Is this clear? Developer.salesforce.com is to sign up. Okay. Login.salesforce.com is to login. Okay. Hope it's clear, right? So here you can see we have one email from Salesforce, right? And here it's showing that some links which we need to verify the account. Okay, select this. Once you select this account, here you can give any passwords. Okay, any password you can give and choose any one of your security question, and you need to remember this answer. Okay, because this answer will help you when you are trying to reset your password. Suppose say you forgot your password, you want to retain your password or you want to reset your password. Okay, so this answer is mandatory. In You have to remind it in order to reset your password. Okay, so click change password. So we got some environment. Okay, we got some environment. And for time being, I'm not going to do anything with this environment. Okay, so we just signed up with Salesforce. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'll just go here and I'll just log out. Okay. You got to know how you have signed up and how to reset your password. So now I came out from the organization. Again, I want to log in. So if I need to log in, okay, you can use this URL, doesn't matter, but this would be the best practice. Okay, this would be the best practice. Using this URL would be the best practice. Okay, so login.salesforce.com. Okay, and what is the username that you have entered? Use the same username and log in with the confirm password. Okay, and save it. So it's asking to register your mobile phone. It depends upon you, like it depends. If you don't want to register your phone, select this link. Okay, again we got the same environment, right? So hope till this it's clear, right? So any doubts or anything would you like to clarify? So far how to create a developer org, how to sign up with developer org, and how to log in with the organization that we came to know, right? So hope this would be little clear. So any doubts in this? Can we proceed further? Okay, let me proceed. So here few things which we need to know. Okay, let me take a snipping tool. Right. So hope it's you have a clear vision on this. Okay. So the first thing which you need to know, this icon, okay, this icon we used to call it as your avatar icon. Okay. So click your avatar. That means this would be the icon. Okay. And once we click, what will come? Yeah, that we will see. And the second one is this one. Okay, I'm just telling you some mandatory things which you need to know. There are so many icons. Okay, the second one is this button. This is called setup button. Okay, whatever the configurations, whatever the customizations that you want to do, you need to go with this setup button. Okay, and here it's showing some search setup. Okay, this is a kind of search functionality. Okay, so totally you came to know there are three functionalities, right? One is this avatar icon, second one is setup button, third one is search functionality, and the fourth most important one is this one. This we used to call as app launcher. Okay, there is a nine dots which we can call it as app launcher. Okay, and here it's already written. This is called quick find box. Okay, by default it will not be there. By default it will not be there. When you press this setup button, right, this box will get up here. Okay, so till now if you are clear with this, that is sufficient. Okay, first one is avatar icon, second one is setup button, third one is search functionality. Okay, this is the third one. search functionality. This is the first one. Okay, let me just number it. One, two, three, four, and this is fifth one. Okay. So hope these five options are clear. I haven't explained anything. I am just introduce the five options, major options which we have. Okay. Now we'll go little deep. First one, when you click your avatar icon, you can see little options. There is a settings, right? And there is a logout button. Okay. So which are like what is the first name and last name that you have entered that will be shown here. Okay. Next one. By default, this in case if you are not able to find this quick find, okay, you need to select this setup. If you click this setup, you can get this quick find box. In case if you are not able to see quick find, okay, if you are not able to see quick find, say that I'll just okay. So if you are not here, I'm not able to see the quick find box. Okay, in case if I'm not able to find the see the quick find box, just click this setup. You will get this quick find. Okay. And fourth one is search functionality. If you want to search something, I'll just tell you more about this. If you want to search something, here you can search it. And next one is, so which is the major one? App launcher. Okay. Here you can see there is an option called app launcher. I'll just click this app launcher and there is a button called view all. When you click this view all, right, here you can see there are lots of boxes. It's mentioned as service, marketing, community, content. Okay, don't worry about anything. Okay, majorly we focus on sales and service cloud. Okay, so you remember that yesterday we were talking about something called software as a service, right? Software as a service. Software as a service. So what is mean by software as a service? You remember? So providing some built-in applications for our use, right? So these are the applications which is already Salesforce developed and they have provided to us. Just a moment, give me a second. Okay. So if you select any one of this option, that application will get launched. Okay, these are the applications which is provided by Salesforce. Like you can say these are the built-in application. Salesforce itself prepared this application and you can start use those application. Okay. For example, I'll select sales application. Okay. So by default, if I select sales applications, there was some new screen came into the picture, right? So let me explain this page. Right. So these pictures are indicating some few additional options. Okay. So similar way, you know this button is the app launcher, right? So by using the app launcher, you have launched the application called sales. Okay. So this is the indication like which name, like which application is actually launched. Okay, so this is the indication that this is the current application that you are using it. Okay, and here, right, there are list of, it's kind of links, right? If you are using any websites, it's a kind of links which will be there on the top. In a similar way, these are the links. Okay, in Salesforce terminologies we call these are tabs. Okay, and even you can call this as a tab bar. This is a tab bar. Okay, and this is a name of the application, indication of application name, and this is the tab bar. Okay, in tab bar you can see there are lot of options. For example, accounts, contacts, right, campaigns, dashboards, reports. There are so many things, right? Okay, there are so many things. Now, what is account? If we click account, we'll go into accounts table. Okay, this is a link for account. Account in the sense is nothing but just a brand name. Okay, for example, TCS is a brand name, Wipro is a brand name. Okay, these are all information technology type of brands, right? And Access is a brand name, right? ICICI is a brand name. These are all banking type of industry, correct? So like this, the uh, organizations, right? The peoples who are having organizations in Salesforce terminologies, not only in Salesforce terminologies, in general business terminologies, we call these brands are accounts. Okay, so that is why they are given the tab called accounts. Okay, suppose say that we have purchased a Salesforce, we really don't need to do any development activities. Okay, just by having this one we can do some sales. Okay, so before talking about sales, this is not a kind of sales which you are going to do. What exactly your work? Okay, so suppose say that you are working for a some XYZ company. Okay, you are working for this company. What exactly your work? Doing any sales is not your work. Okay, designing the applications based on the requirement. Okay, so that is your work. You actually need to do the development work. Okay, suppose say that we have sales executive. Okay, sales executive. So you are not going to do sales executive work in Salesforce. Okay, what exactly Salesforce need? What design exactly Salesforce sales executive need? Okay, that design, okay, you are going to do in the application. You are going to manipulate the application, or you are going to create or design the application. Okay, based on the requirement. Okay, so that is what you are going to do. Okay, so far it's clear, right? Any doubts? So these are all, this is called application launcher. This is the name of the application, and this is the tab bar, right? This is the tab bar. Okay, and these are the list of tabs. Okay, so we will talk about Sales Cloud in later point of view, which is very important. Okay, but I really don't want to talk about right now because uh, you need to know some basic terms and terminologies in order to understand about this sales application. Okay, right. So what I'm going to talk is we will design some our customized application. Okay, we will design a customized application and we'll see however we can use it for our own use. Yeah, we can try to use it. First one, you should know what is apps. Okay, in general terms and terminologies, like you know very well the term called apps, right? What is apps? So apps which contains functionalities, right? Which contains many functionalities, which will help you to do some technical things, right? So basically, these are the apps, right? So in Salesforce terminology, apps in the sense it is a collection of objects, tabs, fields, tabs, and whatever we are going to cover in the upcoming sessions, all collection of all those things which is nothing but applications. Okay, in applications we have two types of applications. One is standard applications and another is custom applications. As a part of software as a service, we have standard applications called sales, service, marketing, right, etc. Whatever Salesforce has given in this list, right? So these are all the standard applications provided by Salesforce. And custom applications which you are going to create it on your own. Suppose say that I'm running a university, okay? So you can give your university name, right? And you can give some whatever the naming that you want to give it, you can give. And if I'm managing some hospitals, right? You can give your hospital name, right? This is a generalized name. This name can be replaced your brand name, okay, or application name. Okay. So for example, training management. So recruitment management is kind of HR management, right? So however, your service based company or your product based company, wherever you get placed, okay, based on their requirements, you might be creating some application like this. These are the example applications, okay, just sample applications which I just told you. Okay, so we can choose any one of this. We can take some training related applications. Okay, we will create training management. Okay, we are going to create training management. So first, if we are creating training management, we need to decide what exactly you are going to maintain in the training management. So your inputs are always welcome. Okay, so if you want me to suggest like I want to do like this, I want to create like this, or this application, if it looks like this, it would be good. Your suggestions are always welcome. You can unmute yourself and you can suggest if you want me to suggest anything. Or if you want me to suggest anything, please suggest it. Okay. Right. So as per my idea, what I'm going to do is I'm going to so if I take a training management, I must be having trainers, right? And then I will be having so students, right? Students or I can say instead of students, I can say those are candidates, right? So first, let me take about these two, and I'll just start create. Okay, trainers and then candidates. Who is trying to join? Admit. Okay, right. So if I take trainers as a table, okay, I need to maintain the information about the trainers, right? So if I take trainers as a table, right, what are the informations that I need to manage for a trainer? So your inputs are always welcome. If you want to suggest anything, you can suggest. So trainer name, right? And then trainer phone, trainer email, and then trainer specialization or speciality, and what else? What else a trainer can have? Mm, address. If you want me to suggest anything, yes. Try to involve in this. Okay. So try to show some interest so that it would be helpful for you also. Even if you're trying to attend any interviews after completing this session, yes, you can say that I have designed an application called training management, where trainers is a one table, candidates is another table, and I have created columns based on the inputs. There are so many things that you can suggest to your interviewer, right? And if you take candidates, you must be having candidate name, and then same candidate phone, candidate email, right? And then what else? Candidate must be paying some fees for us, right? And then if we get to know anything, we can add later. For now, I'll just stop here. Okay, so these are the things. This is the applications that we are going to create. Uh, And right. So the important information that I have created this table because, right? So these in normal words, right? In normal words, we used to call this as columns, right? And say that I have some informations here, okay? Like this is the trainer name, okay? And this is some trainer's phone number, right? And this is trainer's email ID, okay? And specialization for this trainer, he will take Java, and specialization for this trainer, he will take Salesforce, right? And location for this trainer, set Hyderabad, and location for this trainer is from Bangalore. Okay, so something like this. Okay, and even if you take candidates, right? If you take candidates, candidates will be having name, all those things. And now here the question is, what exactly these are? These we used to call as, in normal words, we used to call as rows, correct? And what is this trainers? It is a table, right? Okay. So in if you take Excel, this trainers or table here, names, phone, emails are columns, right? And then informations about those trainers is nothing but rows, right? So here table is nothing but object in Salesforce. Okay. And then columns is nothing but fields in Salesforce. Rows or informations we used to call it as records. Okay. So far it's clear, right? Any doubts or any questions or anything? Any doubts would you like to clarify before proceeding further? So far it's clear, right? At least say yes or no so that I can understand that you got the information. Or if you have any questions, yes, I am ready to clarify that. Okay, so let me proceed further. Okay, so few minutes back, this is what I have discussed. What is application? Application is a collection of objects, is nothing but table, columns is nothing but fields, rows are nothing but records. Here there is a word called tabs. Okay, what is tabs? Tabs means, okay, in easy words, okay, just for your understanding, in easy words, tabs means is nothing but reference link to a object. Okay, tabs is nothing but reference link to a object. Okay, so object's reference link, what exactly I'm just trying to say is this is the object, right? I want to access this trainer object. Okay, if I want to access this trainer object, I cannot able to access directly. Okay, I have to create I have to create a tab. Okay, tab is a reference link which will help us to open the table. Okay, so these are nothing but tabs. So far it's clear, right? Okay, so let me move procedure. Um, so right, just will recall what we have done so far. We have signed up with developer edition, right? And we have logged in with the developer edition, and we just explored the home page. What are the functionalities that we have, right? Also, and we just launched a standard application called Salesforce, and we have seen here the tabs, list of tabs present in the sales application, right? Also, we have seen what is mean by apps, right? And next one, what is mean by object, and next one, what is mean by tabs, and then what is mean by fields, and what is mean by records, right? So these are the things which we have covered so far. So far it's clear, right? So now we are just going to build those functionalities, whatever we have discussed. So this is the client which is given me as a requirement. So client wants the application called training management. They want the table called trainer. They want the table called candidates, right? Inside the table, they want the fields called name, phone, email, specialty, address. So they need those kinds of fields. Okay. So will come from the beginning. I want to create application. Okay. How I need to create application. So that we will cover now. So if you want to create application, your step one, you need to go to setup. Okay. From the setup, you need to search for App Manager. Okay. Inside the App Manager, you need to select New Lightning App. Okay. So this is the step number one. And step number two will do some, we need to fill some informations along with that. We need to do some branding, and then we need to select some navigation items. Okay. And then we'll complete the setup. Okay. So don't worry about these steps. I'll just make it practically. So go to your developer edition. Okay. Select setup. Okay. So inside the setup, in quick find, search for app manager. Right here you can see there is an option called app manager. Select this, and these are all the standard applications which is already there. Okay. So select new lightning app. Okay. And then your name of the application, I'll just give training management. Okay. Training management. So here description, try not to give blank. Okay. So always this is optional. Okay. Here if it is not mentioned any asterisk symbol, that means it is optional. But here itself it's clearly mentioned, help your users by entering brief description. So that means say that today you are working in X company, tomorrow you will move it to Y company, right? So what will happen? So for your place, someone will replace your position, right? So they will get to know just by reading the description what exactly for what you have created this application. They need to know, right? So like this, you can just give some brief information. This application is to track the information about trainers and candidates. Okay. And this is the image, right? So if you want to add any logos for your specific training management, you can give it. Okay. So in desktop, I have some logo which is designed by me. I'll just add it. Okay. And once you do this, select next. Okay. Don't worry about all those options. Okay. Select next, next. So this is the one option which you need to remember. Okay. So all available items is there. What exactly you want to include here? Okay, right now we don't have anything to be included. If you want to add any standard objects, yes, you can include it. Okay, I really don't need any standard objects for now. So select next, and this is the one thing for now. Okay, like without any questions, directly you can add system admin. You will get to know why we need to include system admin in future classes. Okay. So for now, just select system admin and give save and finish. There would be lot of navigation which you need to know. Okay. There would be lot of navigation things which would be there. You need to really remember those things. If you want, just make a note of it. Okay. So this is how you need to create a application. Okay, so if you just go down here, you can see the application which you have built. Okay, it is here, right? It is here. Okay, so if you want to launch this application, okay, always if you want to launch any application, go to this application launcher, select view all. Okay, so here the custom application which you have created, it is here. So select it. Okay, so here you can see the application name is indicating here, right? This is how you need to launch the application. Okay, so right now we don't have any tables, that's why it is showing no items. Okay, so now we have created the application called training management. Now we'll create two objects called, one is trainers, one is candidates, and will link to the training management. Okay, so first object is trainers, right? So if you want to create any objects, you need to go to option called object manager. Okay, after that there is an option called create, and by using that you can create the new objects. Okay, so even in objects you have standard objects and custom objects. So whatever we are dealing with, those all are custom things. Okay, we are created custom applications, we are going to create custom objects, custom fields. Okay, we are going to work with entirely custom things. Okay, so let's go to setup, and then here you can see there is an option called object manager. Okay, and even if you try to find in this box, you can get the same option, both are same option, this one and this one, both are same options. Okay, select it. Okay, once you select this, here you can see there is an option called create. Okay, and you can select create from custom object, and here you can give the name of the object. What is the name of the object? Trainer, right? So here you can just give plural form. Okay, I'll just tell you those things why we need to give this one. And don't worry about anything, just give trainer. Okay, and if you just go to next box, next field, this will get automatically populated. This object name is nothing but API name. Okay, so here we have something called API name. This object name we used to call it as API name. Okay, so where we use this API name, I'll let you know. So once you just given this name, just save it. So this will get saved. Okay, so it got saved. So I'm saying, right, this is the API name. So API name which will refers everywhere if you're writing any code. Okay, if you're doing any configuration, API name will be referred everywhere. Okay, and here you can see there is a underscore underscore C, right? So in standard objects, I'll just go to object manager again. In this account API name, you can see just account. Okay, asset API name, you can see just asset. Activity API name, you can see just asset, just activity. So and it is mentioned standard object. So for standard objects, you don't see this underscore underscore C. By using this, okay, by using this, we'll get to know which one is a standard object and which one is a custom object. This underscore underscore C will refers it is a custom object. Okay, so now we have created objects, right? And next one will create tabs. I told you, right, initially, if you're creating any objects, you cannot open it. You need to create tab that will give a reference link in order to open a object. Okay, so for same steps you need to repeat. Go to setup. For tabs also the same steps. Go to setup, and here search for tabs. Right here you have an option called tabs, and here you can see there is a option called custom object tabs. Ignore about the rest. Okay, select new, and what is the object name that you want to include? Trainer. Okay, and then select any one thing. Select any one. Okay, whichever you like the design, whichever the color that you like, select any one. Okay, anything is fine. And then next, don't worry about the other options. Okay, for now just select next. Okay, and then here there is an option called, you want to include this application in all the, I mean you want to include this object or tab in all the applications or in a specific applications. There is an option. Okay, so if you want to include in all the applications, just leave it as default. Otherwise, just select the desired application where exactly you want to display. Okay, and save it. Okay, and now here there is a new tab got created. Once you got the tab, okay, you need to enable it. You need to enable the tab. So for that, again you need to go to setup and go to object manager. Sorry, go to setup and then search for application app manager. Okay, and in the app manager, whichever the application that you have created, okay, open that application. There you can find there is a edit option. Okay, once you find the edit option, here go to this navigation items. Okay, search for that trainers. Okay, it is available here, right? So just add this and save it. Okay, so and then come back again, try to launch your application. Okay, so here you can see trainers, right? So far it's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. So let me stop here right now. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me. So I'll just wind up for today's session. I have created a object called trainers. Okay, I request everyone. Okay, so set up your org once you're done with the setup. However, I have created. Forget about this name field. These are all will create tomorrow. Okay, so this is your. You can take it as assignment if you want. You can take it as assignment. If you're really interested, please take it as assignment. Okay, so what I request is try to set up your org. Once you set up your org, create one custom application called training management and create the object called trainers. Okay, and then create a tab called create one tab for this specific object. Okay, once you've done this, whatever we have done today, just redo it. Okay, just do the same thing, ditto. You can just copy it, and then you can just create one more object called applications. Okay, and create a tab for that. Create a tab for that. Okay, this would be your today's work. So in tomorrow's session, in case if you're feeling any difficulties in these steps, yeah, let me know. We can discuss and we can just see how we can minimize it. Okay, so that's all about today's session. In today's session, we have covered about how to set up your org, and we just explored some informations about uh, the org, and then we have created applications, and we created objects, and we created tabs. Okay, so far it's clear, I hope. So any doubts or anything would you like to discuss? So any questions, anything would you like to discuss? Yes, you can just carry on with your question. Okay, so can I take it as no then? Okay, fine then. So take care, have a great day. We'll meet you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Okay, thank you.